adofo ne etie fo amohwe me da mu na amase ngiri se obada roma ho ye se de meso me ho ye ade achi bem de na de bia ne emu nsensem nsem foforo na de bia edi akoniaba nsem a emu dom etifo ebentuma gibe ne kuti nsem a eden agi ne ho me na emra.
Incoming president Yura ene yamawa wodapa ene nyame adom wadum wo enfie ba kwa fa wonfie mu erade ayade bebre na ye na ye watchuma wa bi eja south de yenim de nyankopon ede dua wo mu ene ne ye pa ode amawo a yenim aniswade hu na wo a wo de ba beboa ye my Ghana 60%, ya kwa 70, 80, 90. Achuma wa biya ha. Ya ma ya ho target. Dog, ya say, ya ma wa say. Achuma wa biya. Wanya she, ya ma 90%. Achuma. Aha. Yes, support ni nyina guadaka ni mama wo. Oba ya santu amewa ha.
Lead a new chapter in Ghanaian politics. That is what he's promising the Ghanaian people. Na mijidi said, "Dodo no aso ajinedi se oyobia o hwe ne life. Obi ofri wale wonu watamale. O call primary school Saka primary onimo.
Tamale.
Saka wan ko mo dadama school sibi o call Saka primary.
Okay.
Enti onimfom o ye breakfast so. Ni papa wo nipa 19 say 17 etiase na the kind of religious harmony woni monum empty free in collaborate because ni mame no ye Methodist ko one of his informer na me educated don ba Wesley girls na obeware ni papa na otene
anti no mame na nkasa nye
yes
Muslim
or wire no turn into Muslim to ko mfia nipa 17 na aka no 9 Christians and 8 Muslims.
Okay.
Inti Quran and the Bible de ade na wo mufie. Inti nyese bia tumia or peno. Inti na ne one ya Christopher shia na sese. Ono amu wo sha no the same. Yinyina ne o ye brigaders, boys Methodist boys brigade. Me full Methodist na was road. Me na mboba na edisem esimenim se.
Ayi, wo ba down where? Me we down where ni? Wow.
So na nam papati. Ufum pa.
Oh, okay.
We be on the Baptist church bi.
Baptist church. Mr. Yebu aho.
So those days na be a community house. Eja yen kwa na akoye se dada makakra.
Say what the dada mafo.
Because of me na me pe a form 90 do. Me na for kwab 90 no akosi champion no ne ade anopa na be fa na what years is wame. Na wonam ha fitem ne ade nyina ye hu. Until you have a candidate who has lived like an ordinary Ghanaian. Otimi koye ba day time omunya holidays. So while ye adwuma wa fom da, he knows how it is to go through difficulties. Onya penie ko abuchiri oka taxi to support his education. Okodu Canada no adwuma warehouse oswane mane ade nyina. Na nyankopon edina fofie kakra odibewura Central Bank ye adwuma rising to the point of deputy governor. In a 24-hour, President Akufo-Addo, then candidate Akufo-Addo, Ebefano, so Omeye running mate. For 16 years now, the life has changed. So, enti Usheni life so nobody up to now. He's got very strong personal integrity. Obieni ho ni Bawumia assign. I can't want him bonida. Ne juma bank the senka honeska wo. Oye vice president or call Zimbabwe, other international jobs or call Oxford. Nina be didn't want dance, Papa.
But they have wished for a bigger birthday present than the launch of the Citizens app in Ghana. Since 2017, the government of His Excellency President Nana Akufo-Addo has set Ghana on a digital transformation journey towards a brighter and more efficient future for our country. A future where technology empowers our citizens, strengthens our economy, creates opportunities, and offers a more responsive government for all Ghanaians. Before the start of this journey, digitalization was not part of our development equation. Before we began this journey in 2017, digitalization was largely seen as a peripheral concern, not central to the country's national development agenda. Several government agencies operated under traditional manual processes across critical sectors, which often led to inefficiencies, delays, and significant bottlenecks in service delivery. Government services, for instance, required long queues, multiple in-person visits, and frustrating paperwork. This analog approach to delivering public services not only slowed economic progress, but also stifled innovation and left large segments of the population with very limited access to essential services. At the time, there was minimal investment in building the digital infrastructure necessary to support widespread digital transformation, and technology was viewed more as an add-on rather than a core element of national economic strategy. Indeed, many people have even questioned why, as an economist, vice president would even become, the flag bearer of various digitalization efforts of the government of Ghana. I'm grateful that I don't have to answer these cynics anymore, because the answer is becoming more obvious every day. The fact is that as the world enters the fourth industrial revolution, it has become obvious that no economic strategy can succeed without a strong digital foundation. In key areas such as public administration, trade, education, financial inclusion, and healthcare, the absence of digital systems means that processes were slow, non-transparent, and prone to errors. For example, vehicle registration involving numerous manual steps requiring citizens to physically visit multiple offices to complete the registration forms and so on. Businesses, particularly small and medium-sized enterprises, face similar hurdles in registering their operations, obtaining licenses, or even accessing financial services. These delays in service delivery not only hurt economic productivity, but also create space for inefficiencies and, in some cases, widespread petty corruption. Furthermore, rural and underserved communities suffer the most under this analog system, as they are often excluded from the limited services that are concentrated in more urban communities. Under the leadership of President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, we have made digitalization a central pillar of our economic strategy, recognizing that the fourth industrial revolution is already happening and it is reshaping the global landscape. As a country that has missed the previous three revolutions that many nations took advantage of to become developed countries, we must not miss the fourth industrial revolution. We must seize the opportunities that this fourth industrial revolution presents. There is mounting empirical evidence that highlights the transformative potential of digital innovation to create jobs, boost productivity, increase income levels, and foster wealth creation. Countries with robust economies experience faster growth, more innovative service offerings, and greater job creation. Ladies and gentlemen, everyday interactions with public services, whether it's in applying for a driver's license, passport, or any government permit, became difficult. The system was set up in a way that some public servants had no reason to want it to work properly. If the system didn't work, they could benefit financially because people would have to find other ways to get things done. We faced significant challenges, such as the absence of a functional property address system, large informal sector reliance on cash, financial exclusion, fragmented manual databases, limited health care access in remote areas, challenges in tax collection for development, and so on. As a result, a large portion of the population was excluded from formal financial systems, relying instead on informal, often insecure methods of savings, transferring money. We introduced mobile money interoperability to fill this particular gap. Ladies and gentlemen, since 2017, our goal has been not just to fix the old system, but to build a new one through digital transformation, a system that addresses all the problems that held us back from making progressive strides into the digital economy. We put in place many digital platforms like the Ghana card, the digital address system, mobile money interoperability, Ghana.gov, e-pharmacy, and so on, universal QR code, and so on. And while these digital platforms have contributed immensely to the national digital agenda and have by far been commendable, the current landscape for accessing government services is fragmented and disjointed. There are multiple systems operating separately to deliver essential services such as the renewal of national health insurance, job searches, tax filings, and many other services. Ghanaians had to access different platforms to do basic things, be it renewing their licenses or registering their businesses. So as we thought through, having put in place these different platforms, we thought through what was the next stage for Ghana in our digital transformation journey. We decided to pay a visit to Estonia because this is one of the most digitalized, if not the most digitalized economies or countries in the world. And we thought, well, before we take our next major steps, let us learn from the best in the world. So I led a team made up of the Minister for Finance, the GRA, the NITA, and private IT companies and so on, that we all went to Estonia to get a good understanding of the system, how they became such a digital state. And as we talked to the President, Prime Minister, the tax authorities, the digital institutions, what became clear is that Ghana had made a lot of progress, but we had one missing link, and that was data interoperability amongst the different government agencies. That was the key missing link. In Estonia, they had this infrastructure called the X-Road. The X-Road infrastructure was essentially what was linking the different government institutions, such that data access was seamless, and you had the once only principle. The once only principle meant with this interoperability, you only need to submit data once to the system. So once you've submitted data once, it can be accessed by the passport office, by the GRA, by the driver's license, by the insurance, by the business registration. The whole system will have access to that data. So you don't have to continue presenting the same data to different institutions. And this is the once only principle. And it makes things so easy. And I think that the explanation of how it works was so brilliantly done. And so we left Estonia knowing very well that this missing piece was what we needed to put in place to have the equivalent of the X-Road that the Estonians had in Ghana. Very few countries in the world, in fact, have this type of a system. And we don't have a country in Africa with this type of a system. And so we've set together the task of putting in place this data interoperability system based around the Citizens App, and which is what we call the CADIS, so that you have this data interoperability system to bring it all together and make data exchange seamless and very quick and all of that.